knows, yours truly.
again. And in reality, I knew that I had way more than they did, and not in terms of money, but in terms of um, how can I put it, morals, in terms of being honest with the people. Millionaire Bachelor didn't come online to, you know,
Also, I just want you to note that for reasons I don't understand, this guy talks about himself in the third person. Millionaire Bachelor. Millionaire Bachelor don't play that shit. Millionaire Bachelor. He talks about himself in the third person. Fucking cringe. Cringe lord, this guy. But here, let's listen to some more. Josh Brooks, thanks for the 10 Crucible memberships. Here we go.
try to make money. Millionaire Bachelor trying to spread.
Right. I'm not here to discuss that right this second. That's a developing situation. We'll keep an eye on it.
You know, I was a retired guy, and I really didn't have much else to do. And I was just tired of seeing all the messaging that was going out there. So I said to myself, well, what else can I do? Well, you have this emerging market known as the internet. You can go and share your voice there. So this entire experiment was just me wanting to spread my voice. And on the first one of the first interviews, I didn't pay Andrew Wilson for the interview, by the way. I'm going to actually tell you the story of what happened during that interview.
Let's hear it.
So during that interview, which wasn't with him, it was with another guy from Canada. This guy
It was with Speakeasy.
that it was with from Canada, he ambushed me. He made me think that it was going to be a regular interview, and out of nowhere, he brings out Andrew Wilson, and this was their attempt to debunk the fact that I was a multimillionaire.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody was really making an attempt to do anything. So all that happened there was I had some content that fell through, and this guy asked me to, or Speakeasy asked me to come on and debate with this guy, and I said sure. What do you mean audio? What's wrong with the audio? If you're audio trolling, you're just going to be banned. So I mean, can everybody hear the audio fine? Ah, yes, the masked Coomer. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you remember him, the masked Coomer? The audio keeps cutting? Really?
Now, I didn't say anything about.
Okay, well, does it sound fine right this second?
About it, and I one-on-one. But there were some things that I started to notice about Andrew Wilson. Before then, I didn't really know anything about him. Before then, I just, saw him on the internet as a guy who was influencing. That's all I knew. But the moves that he made in this interview made me a little bit more curious. And I'm going to refresh everybody's memory because I'm going to pull up some of the interview. And also, I'm going to tell you where the issue came from with me and him. So let me share my screen. And let's go to the interview where he took his first debate loss.
Okay, here we go. Here's my first debate loss in this interview. Here we go. Here we go. You ready for this? Boy, this is, I take a big L here.
And this is when I noticed something peculiar about Andrew Wilson. No longer is it about getting with the best candidate. Now it's about getting with the most lit candidate, or the person who has the the hottest car, the fastest. The morals of the Black community is just outright upside down, and I do believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, but let's back up a little
Sure.
bit here, just so I can make sure you're so this may be actually maybe we should move off of it because of TOS purposes, honestly.
Oh, so at that moment where he didn't want to engage in that conversation, I said to myself, wait, who was that guy? Who was he looking at behind the camera screen? He was looking at his handlers. And this isn't all of what I'm going to, expose tonight, but this is just, something to give you the understanding of who we're dealing with. And
I was looking at my handlers. That would be Bob back here. Bob, how you doing, Bob? Bob the handler. This is not the first time that I've heard this, by the way, that that I must glance consistently over to my handler in order for my handler to tell me whether or not the next thing I say is okay to say or not say. This is not the first time that I've heard this. Interestingly enough, another chick made the same, said that this was happening during my debate with Lauren Chen. So now it could be possible that there's multiple handlers in the room with me right now, Bob and Bill and Chuck and Jim and all the, handlers. Or let me just throw out another possibility. It's also possible that I have multiple monitors set up and I look between those monitors depending on what's going on. Like I'm looking over to my left right now because I'm reading the chat as I'm speaking. This is me looking at the monitor in front of me. And then this is me looking at the monitor over to my far right. It could be that, or it could be that I have multiple handlers who are in the room with me. They're telling me what I can and can't talk about. Now, he wonders, why did I move off the topic? Because it was TOS. He was bringing up race and IQ and shit like that. You can't go over that stuff on YouTube. Christian says, completely off topic, I just joined the stream, but was curious if you're going to do any commentary on the Vance Waltz debate tonight. Nothing but love, brother. No, I'll be on whatever tonight. I won't be able to do that. Working from home today, went to the ER last night. I'm all good because I'm a strong, independent Black ex-wife. Also, rest in peace, Mutombo. Who's Mutombo? The fuck? Who's Mutombo? Call me a loser, but I don't think I'm going to take advice from a dude that spends thousands in overpriced Etsy yarn panties and puts them on his face. It's fucking weird. Millionaire Bachelor, ready for the action. You are a fraud. Well, I appreciate the $50, Millionaire Bachelor. We'll go through. My handlers are. Hang on. What's that, Bob? What's that? Don't engage with Millionaire Bachelor. He knows too much, Bob. He knows too much. Millionaire Bachelor knows too much. Shut it down. Shut it down. Appreciate the 50. Millionaire bum. He's saying this while wearing nylon to cover his face. Yeah. Fucking idiot, this guy. Yeah. Other monitors, just what an operative would say. What? What's that? Shut it down. Well, I'm not going to do what my handlers say today, ladies and gentlemen. No fucking way. Not happening today. Not happening today. Millionaire bum.
Andrew Wilson is bought and paid for.
Bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. Here, I thought I was one of the few streamers on planet Earth that wasn't bought and paid for, but perhaps my handlers think differently.
He was put into power by the Moist Mafia to spread something, or to spread a Catholic neo-national agenda, if you will.
I was put in power by the Moist Mafia. What the fuck is the Moist Mafia? What Can somebody tell me? Okay, Millionaire Bum, you're in the chat right now. Can you tell me what the fuck the Moist Mafia is? What the fuck is the Moist Mafia? They put me in power. My handle, they reached down and rose me up. Rose me up. The Moist Mafia. The Moist Mafia. Boy, I've heard some fucking whoppers, boy, but you got some fucking zingers. Planning to cover the East Coast strike? What East Coast strike? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean the port strike? No, bro, I'm not doing news and commentary today. We can do news and commentary a different day. So, no. Today, I want to hear about conspiracy theories about me. Okay? About me. I want to talk about the most important thing to talk about, me. The Moist Mafia. So here, what do we have so far from Yarn Mask Face over here, the Millionaire Bum? He says that Andrew stopped during the debate because his handlers, my handlers, Bill and Chuck and Fred and all those guys, told me no. They told me to move off and that I am a member of the Moist Mafia, whatever the fuck the Moist Mafia is. Is he wearing pantyhose on his head? I don't know what the fuck this guy is. Fucking Moist Mafia reminding you to do our bidding. Yes. Yes, young Wilson. As a powerful and elite member of the Moist Mafia, the Jedi must be destroyed. They must be destroyed.
And when I had the interview with him and I challenged him on a certain point, he had to look behind his camera because the Moist Mafia sits behind his camera when he's doing his streams. He's not self-made like Millionaire Bachelor.
He's not self-made like Millionaire Bachelor, baby. And you know that Millionaire Bachelor is the shit because he refers to himself in the third person. Does Andrew Wilson do that? I should start doing that from now on. I should be like, Andrew Wilson doesn't agree that that's true. Andrew Wilson does not think that that is the case. So they're in the room with me. Is Millionaire Bum are they in the room with me right now? Are they in the room with me now? Are my handlers here? Are they here with me now? I could have sworn I was a guy streaming out of my basement, but it turns out, the Moist Mafia, they gave me a bag of money. And so, I mean, what could I do? It was a lot of money. It was like $500-$600. I mean, I had to accept. Just in general, on your next news day, although we already know the truth, your handler said no strike talk today. Yeah, that's true. They did. My handler said no. If Andrew's pushing positive Christianity as a psyop, this is truly the psyop we deserve. They control Andrew. They control. Who's they, though? Well, the Moist Mafia is stupid. What are you, dumb? There's a capo in capo in the Moist Mafia.
Millionaire Bachelor doesn't answer to anybody. But these individuals that you guys worship, they do listen to a lot of other people.
We're back to the worship thing. A lot of this worship going around, a lot of the Andrew's worshipped thing, a lot of that happening these days.
Now let's go to exhibit number 2.
Exhibit 2.
This is what started to make me think twice about this guy.
Can't wait to hear it.
Go to exhibit number 2 now. Stop that one. Present the next one. Now.
Sorry, Vortome. I do see your super chat there. My bad. I know why he's spurging. He didn't put enough air holes in the GIMP mask by Etsy. Hard to think rationally when you're blurring the lines between product placement and fetish. This guy is fucking just, he's part of the cringe mafia. He says Moist Mafia as if he's afraid of moist things. Wild.
When you're dealing with somebody in business, your words are very, very, very important. And if you want somebody to take you seriously, the words that you say, they have to mean something.
Exhibit 2.
Or else if
Moist
you're just
Papa
saying words that don't
fascist.
mean anything, then you have no value. But somebody at my level,
So he's changed his name to Gimp Colon Inspector.
somebody at my level and my stature, what I say is what I mean. Now let's go into this. No, not really. I was going from one city to another.
Now here's what I'll do. Schedule a helicopter ride over Alaska where we can shoot timber wolves, and then I'll go do an interview with you doing that. That sounds awesome.
Hold on. I'm all right.
With you doing that. That sounds awesome. $1,000 for a helicopter ride. You're multimillionaire. Why are you using that to impress people? That's weird.
No, not really. I was going from one city to another.
Now here's what I'll do. Schedule a helicopter ride over Alaska where we can shoot timber wolves, and then I'll go do an interview with you doing that. That sounds awesome.
Hold on. Now, this is where things started to not add up with Andrew Wilson, because he told me, he said, listen, man, if you're as wealthy as you say you are, then you'll be able to schedule a helicopter ride in Alaska overlooking the timber wolves.
No, didn't say overlooking the timber wolves. Did I? I said shooting the timber wolves, Sarah Palin style. That's what I said. But I know that most rational people would understand this is what most, I think, rational, reasonable people would understand that this is a joke, right? This is what's called a joke. Like I don't think anybody took seriously the fact that this guy was going to take me up in a helicopter in Alaska to shoot timber wolves. I don't think most reasonable people actually thought that. I don't think so. But what do I know? In business, as he says, your word is your bond,
So let's go to exhibit number 3.
Oh, there's more.
This is when I set up for my private pilot to fly out to Alaska and for us to actually, look over the timber wolves.
Well, first of all, I don't want to look over timber wolves. Okay, that's not what I want. I don't want to fly in a helicopter and look at timber wolves. I want to look at them through like some optics, right? I want to look at them through some optics. Where in the studio apartment closet is this? So a closet, cigar, and a Slipknot costume. Make me $1 million. LOL. Oh, dude, this guy's something else. Love Pedro, but are we sure this isn't his Kevin Samuels impression? Oh.
Here we go. Here's
Exhibit
the conversation
3
that we had. Hello, Andrew. This is Millionaire Bachelor's manager. We are messaging to coordinate helicopter interview flying over Alaska timber wolves.
Okay. Now, I suppose it's possible that this is actually this guy's manager who DM'd me, right? I, of course, I suppose being somewhat skeptical, actually think that this is just this guy DMing me, but yeah, what do I know?
Please let us know your availability and needs. Thank you. This was in July of 2024. He didn't respond back until September the 20th, and he said, let's do it.
What a fucking monster. That Andrew Wilson guy. What a piece of shit. So this guy DMs me and says, hey, you still want to take that helicopter ride? And I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. What a fucking monster. What a piece of human garbage, this Andrew guy. And he didn't even get back to me in a timely manner. He didn't even get back to me. That piece of shit. It took him over a month to get back. What a fucking asshole. He has a Kickstarter for the Facehole Diaper Company called Millionaire Bachelor's Millionaire Bachelor Faceholes Diaper Company by Millionaire Bachelor. By the way, he's a Millionaire Bachelor. A whole month. My God, how dare I know I'm a monster. I'm a monster, you know. But that's what it's what my handlers told me. They're like, right now is not the time to respond to Millionaire Bachelor. You must wait until the time is right. And I was like, well, come on, guys. I really want to go up in this helicopter and look at these fucking Timberwolves and an interview with a guy with a fucking yarn mask. And they were like, now is not the time. The Moist Mafia will not sign off on this. My young apprentice. That's true story. It's what happened. What happened? For real. That's why I'm so good at the Palpatine voice, because that's the voice that they actually do use. Like Jim back here. Like, you see, I'm looking at Jim, right? One of my Moist Mafia handlers. That's the only way he talks, right? When he's out in public, this guy, Jim, he talks like a normal person. He's like, hello, how you doing? My name is Jim. The second we're in the studio, right? His whole face twists and like it gets all wrinkly and shit, and his eyes turn yellow, and he's like, yes, Andrew, fire up the stream. It's time, Andrew. The younglings must be destroyed. And I'm like, okay, bro, okay. Calm down. This guy figured it all out. He figured it all out. No help from anybody. Damn. We've been found out, ladies and gentlemen, the Moist Mafia.
Now, I saw that he actually saw the message before then. So, I called him out on it, and he didn't want to seem like a coward, so he responded to it. And my management said, great, I will connect with the crew and
what is this call out he's talking about?
Circle back. Millionaire Bachelor will be very excited, as I was. Then he says, is there any, then they say, is there anything you need once we book the location in helicopter? Nothing. Now, all of this is now starting to paint a picture for me in terms of who this guy is.
So let's see if we can get the story correct here. We have to make sure that we go through each and every exhibit. Exhibit 1. I looked to my handler who told me to move off of a topic. Wasn't looking at a monitor over to my left, right? I was looking at a handler who was in the room with me. He told me to move off of a topic. And then what was exhibit 2? What was exhibit 2? I don't even remember exhibit 2 because it just, I don't know, makes no sense. And then exhibit 3 here is that he sent me a DM and I said, okay, sure, let's do it. And then he sent this follow up, and then I just never heard anything ever again. I think that that's our story so far.
So then I started to ask, I have some people behind the scenes, and I say, well, what's this guy's deal?
What is this guy's deal?
So they check into this guy that's supposed to be devout and Christian.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cuck.
Oh.
This guy is actually a cuck. He was employed by the Moist Mafia.
I was employed by the Moist Mafia.
Oh, we'll get into it all. This guy is a cuck. And his wife, she's the worst Jimmy Wrangler of them all. His wife? Well, as you can see from the thumbnail, whose wife is it really? His wife had 6 children.
5. You got that wrong. You could have just asked, right? Could have just asked, but the number is actually 5. So it's really funny. I understand why this is always the kind of like the lane of attack, because these people think that I'm invulnerable. They think
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me, because we about to go to war today. Oh, shit. Oops. Sorry about that. Can't do that. So we just had an individual that claims that they doxed me. They didn't, because Millionaire Bachelor got receipts for everything. Right next to me. Oh, wait, hold on. One of the papers flew. That was my deed. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this paperwork out, because I keep extensive files on everything that I own. And I can't show you some things about it, but I blocked out a lot of things. It says the indenture made on whatever date between blah, blah, and blah, blah. Hold on. Give me a second. All the paperwork for my deeds. So who doesn't own what building? I'm confused. What building doesn't Millionaire Bachelor own? What apartment building are you guys talking about? Again, it's all cat. Complete cat. I built this shit completely by myself. And you got individuals, you got individuals that want to come and claim that Millionaire Bachelor is not real. Okay, you showed my property. I showed you my deed. So what's the problem? People don't own buildings. People don't. What are you trying to say? I'm confused. Because my deed is in my hand. Excuse me, so much paperwork is falling out. My deed is in my hand. Where's your deed at? How do we know you own anything that you say you own? We don't. You know, this guy thinks that, and he set the video to private. He says, oh man, we exposed you. What did you expose? You exposed that I own real estate? I got receipts for everything. I just showed my deed. So what are you talking about? I blocked out all of the pertinent information. But what did you actually expose? That Millionaire Bachelor really does own real estate? This ain't no fucking apartment. This is a whole entire house. And it says it on there. The parcel. It says how large the parcel is. What are you talking about? Complete baseless claims. But I appreciate you for actually validating. I appreciate you actually for validating that I do own real estate. And like I said, I just showed my deed 2 seconds ago. It's in these stacks of fucking papers. Let's go over it again. Hold on, let me find it. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of paperwork here. What does that say? Parcel number. Says the date. Between one party and another party. Herewithin called guarantor of one or part and hereafter called guarantee. So how the fuck am I just walking around with deeds if Millionaire Bachelor is not real? I stole that too? You literally just went on live. So how would I have even enough time to produce that information? I'm confused. How? I just went inside of my office and just got it out. You say that this is an apartment. You lied about that. And I literally could sue you for defamation because it's not an apartment. It's a complete house. That's why you took it down. You took it down because you lied about it. Why don't you tell the people the truth? Because I can post the pictures. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Nah, we gotta show all of this shit. Give me 1 second, because I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show everything. Because Millionaire Bachelor is fake, right? Okay. Give me 1 second. Hold on, I gotta edit this photo so you guys can't see my information. Give me 1 second. Let me edit this. Boom, black it out. Let me send this to myself, send this to my computer. Damn, these papers are flying all over. Shit, my bad. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to put a paperweight on it, but I'm getting these pictures so I can send it to myself of when I actually built the swimming pool. All right, got the picture. Hold on. About to put the picture in Canva and share my screen again. Because I don't own this property, clearly, you know, based on what he's saying. So I got to put the image in Canva, blow it up for you guys so you guys can see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, hold on. I'm going to put it on full screen for you guys. Motherfucker, I built everything about this place. Give me 1 second. What does that look like to you? That was from 84 weeks ago when I first started building this. 84 weeks ago when I built my swimming pool. Those are the individuals that built it. And I put that on my Instagram where it says Millionaire Batch. I was the person that pretty much purchased all of the equipment for them to build the swimming pool. So who owns my property? I just showed you my deed. I showed you when I literally built the goddamn swimming pool. So what is it? What is it? Who doesn't own what? But this is what these haters do. Haters get upset because I have more than they do and they just hate. Now, in terms of the Manhattan thing, I already posted my deed for that as well. So what are we talking about? You guys have my information. Where's his? Where is this? Where is his information at? I posted the deed to the shit that I owned. I showed you when I first did construction on the swimming pool. You put the video to private because you probably found out how big the house actually was. You called it an apartment. You lied about it. I'm not even going to bother suing you for defamation because we still got to take that flight over Alaska so I can look you in your eyes and you can say all this shit to me. You won't do it. But like I said, I'm not upset over the haters. The haters gonna hate. Show my deed. Where's everybody else's deed? Show that I built a swimming pool. Where's everybody else's stuff? I'm confused. I'm completely confused, but it doesn't really matter. I'm still be smoking my cigars, doing my thing inside of my private mansion. And these guys, like, why lie? Why lie? I showed you the proof right there that I own the entire parcel. So why lie? Why you know what I mean? Like, I just want to know why'd you lie. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, my deed, hold on 1 second. Pull it out again. Pull it out again. You guys won't see too much information. But what does that say? It's a sell from one party to the next. Sell from, so I'm just walking around with deeds for whole entire mansions. That's how that goes? Because he said that on his channel. He said, man, we exposed Millionaire Bachelor for owning an apartment. Well, I just showed you a deed for an entire home. I just showed you a deed for an entire home. These guys are frauds. They're the frauds. They're the frauds. Again, I already said I own property in New York, DC, and Philadelphia. There's no mystery. Where's the mystery? I already said that a million times. I got 57 properties. So, and I just showed you that I own one. So what's the big hoorah? The big, oh man, this guy owns a property in Philadelphia. What's your point? It's still $1 million home. It's still $1 million home. I've done lives from Manhattan multiple times. So what are you guys talking about? You just don't follow my information to even know what the fuck you guys are talking about. You guys are just speaking. Anyway, like I said, showed the deed for a multi-million-dollar home. What's your point? Where's his deed at? Show your deed. I just pulled my deed out. Nobody sees that. I just showed you when I built the swimming pool myself. Nobody sees that. And just so happens, you say it's an apartment building, but I'm painting on the side of it? How? How, Sway? You guys cope more. You guys cope more. You guys cope more. Moxie, I didn't mess up shit. You're a fucking lying ass bitch that says that you do real estate. You don't. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go pick something up. Give me 1 second. My bad, I'm back. So anyway, like I was saying, I've already posted the deed for my Manhattan stuff. So if Moxie, you're a realtor, then why don't you go to the page, look at the deed that I got for the one in New York and tell me it's fake. If you're supposedly this realtor, go to the one where I posted my deed and you tell me that that's a fake deed from New York City. I'll tell you you're out of your fucking mind and you're not a real realtor. Tell it. You showed a piece of paper. Yeah, okay. Right. And the only thing he did was show a video. He didn't show who owned it. None of that shit. He showed absolutely no proof as to who owned what. He showed a picture of my building. That's fine. I just showed you a deed. A deed. You said it's a piece of paper. Hold on.
You said this is a fucking piece of paper. How did I just create this? How did I just create it? 2 seconds after he says that I got a fake house, I go and create a deed? How? How? Lames. Get the fuck out of here. How do I just go and just, come on, man. Oh, it's a deep fake now. So if it's a deep fake now, then why isn't what he's saying a deep fake? If it's a deep fake, why did he set the video to private? If it's a deep fake, he should have left the video up. If you're claiming that what he's saying is a deep fake, correct? Or excuse me, if you're claiming that what I just produced was a deep fake, then he didn't produce anything but a picture of a building. Fake deed printed. Whatever. So, okay, so basically I'm just an individual that builds swimming pools and just lives inside of the complex. I put paintings on the side of my walls and it's not mine? I'm confused. If I'm supposed to be this tenant, what tenant has that many rights to build an actual swimming pool, paint on the side of his fucking house? What tenant has these rights? I'm confused. This is just ridiculous. But I don't really care nonetheless. It doesn't even really matter. You know, because it's like the internet, you can't really please any of these people. They're like, oh, wait, but he owns this building. Okay, so I own a building. What's your point? Moxie says, I don't even know about your deed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you don't know about the stuff that you're talking about, then I probably wouldn't talk about it, because I posted my deed to my Manhattan place. Also, my studio space in Brooklyn, I posted that as well. So if you don't know what you're talking about, then me personally, I wouldn't talk about it, you know? But it is what it is. Like, I'm still out here in front of my swimming pool in the building that I own, in the building that I constructed. Haters going to hate and say, oh man, it's not real. And then when you show deeds, they're like, that's not real. There is no dream. What are you talking about? There is no dream. You guys believe what you want to believe. Oh, Millionaire Bachelor doesn't own this. Produce deed, show you guys that I actually built a swimming pool, and supposedly that's not real. I go to New York, show you the deed for the one in New York, that's not real. So what is real? Like, if you're saying that a deed is just faked and these papers in my hand are not real deeds, where it literally says that it's being transferred from one person to another, this is crazy. You know, I just sit back and laugh at it, because the only thing that you really proved is that I do actually own something. Go figure. Congratulations, you proved that I own a building. What's your point? Let's see Andrew's deed. Can't find that anywhere. And I'm only responding to the claim that, you know, my building is an apartment. That's what I'm responding to. So I showed the deed that shows that it's not an apartment. I showed pictures of me actually constructing and building the swimming pool. So what else can I defend? There's really nothing else to defend. He said it was an apartment. I showed a deed that showed it was an actual house. I showed my actually building the swimming pool. So what else can I do other than that? There's nothing else that I can do. And there's nothing else I'm going to attempt to do. It is what it is. I still have properties, still got, you know, doing my shit. So what do you want? So claim debunked. Claim that my property is an apartment. That's debunked. Just showed my deed. Just showed me actually building it. That's debunked. What's next? What's next? You tell me what's next. What else do I need to debunk? And he's more than welcome to come here. Instead of talking about it, you're more than welcome. I'll fly you out so you can be here with me. And we could do a mansion tour then. I have no problem with that. I'll fly you out, Andrew, and then I'll give you a tour of the actual mansion. And then on live air, you're going to have to apologize. I will fly Andrew Wilson out to see my mansion. And then Andrew Wilson, once I do that, you have to apologize and say, this is not an apartment. I just showed my deed that shows it's what? It's a house. It's a parcel of land. Hold on 1 second. Matter of fact, I'll get the deed. Let me see. Nah, fuck it. I'll do that another time, but yeah, like I said, he's more than welcome to come to the mansion. 1,000%. So if you're saying that it's an apartment, this and that, so why don't you just, I'll pay for everything. You won't have, I'll put you in, you know, the finest of hotels. I mean, if that's what you claim, but I want you to apologize and say, yo, I was wrong. I was wrong. Even the property that you showed, it's over a couple of million of dollars. So like, what's the point? And I showed that I own it. Yeah, I mean, I could care less what you guys are saying, because like I said, I'm still gonna live my life and do my own shit. Still got my fucking millions of dollars in properties, and you didn't expose that I don't own it. You just said, oh, here's a building. We found his building. Okay, what's your point? Everything is public record. What's your point? What troll? There is no troll. The reality is I own it. Like, I'm not going back and forth with the internet when I already showed my deed. There's nothing else. What do you want to do? Everything else is public record. If motherfuckers have the place, you can look it up and you can see who owns what. If that's the path you want to go, and you can see how large the property actually is instead of just talking about it. Mental breakdown about what? I live an amazing life. You're at work. I'm not. It's a Tuesday. I'm in front of my swimming pool. Why would I have a mental breakdown? I don't make any money off of YouTube. So like, what's the mental breakdown about? Still going to go swimming after this. That's 100% false. Me so liberal. That's 1,000% false. You might want to check your records again and see who actually owns it. No, that's actually incorrect. Me so liberal, you're wrong. What damn site? Post the site. Post the site. Hold on. Post the site that you're talking about. I want to see it. Post the site. Post the site in which you said that there's a woman that owns my building. Post the site. I want to see this shit. Post it. Post it. Post it in the chat. I want to see it. Hold on. No, you don't go to that website. It's a different website. And it's owned by Philly. You can see who owns property. So that's where you fucked up the first time. That's number one. So you're incorrect. You're on my dick and you're incorrect. The insanity. The insanity. All right, who's next? Again, for everybody that joined, he said, yo, well, they're all his fans. So of course they're gonna come in here and spam the chat. It's whatever. I don't really care about his fans. I mean, I just care that he made a claim and he said that was an apartment. So I showed my deed and that's it. There's nothing else to really prove other than I own the building. And then there was another person that says, oh, I found the person who owns the building and gives an incorrect, literally gives an incorrect, website. That doesn't even show you who owns the property. So it's all bullshit. It's not a townhouse because I purchased all the other buildings that are next to me. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys don't understand what the fuck you're talking about. You think you know for like this internet, type of clout, but it is what it is. Yeah. Cope about what, dude? I still own millions of dollars of real estate. What am I coping about? I'm confused. It's nothing to cope about. That a guy owns millions of dollars of real estate. That makes sense. All you guys are just Andrew Wilson's fans. Who cares? Still gonna do my thing. Still gonna do my thing. No, I don't really care about showing the art on the wall. It is what it is. Like, I don't really care. Hop over the wall, see what happens. One second. Ugh. But yeah, like I said. But yeah, like I said, you know, back to the claim. Andrew Wilson says, "Oh, this is an apartment." Well, I just showed my deed. Hold on, because there's more people that's joining. Make sure you guys see this shit. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Okay, you proved that I own a building. Congratulations. So does that make me less of a millionaire? No. That makes me more of a millionaire. So thank you, Andrew Wilson, I guess. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. What the hell? Is it still streaming? Yeah, it's probably still streaming. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, man, I could care less what, you know, what most people say. They're on the bottom anyway. They're all following Andrew Wilson. So, like, what am I? He's a cuck. Source, I just showed you. I just showed you the D, but it's all good. So I just printed off guest mansion. Okay, all right. So then what the fuck? There's only one way to prove that you own a parcel of land. That's just to show the paperwork. So I showed the paperwork. There's no other way to do it. Only way in America to show that you own a piece of land is to show the paperwork. So I just did it. Austin Graham, I've put it in front of the camera like 5 times, and I read it off. I can't help that there's no focus on the shit. I don't know how they. fucking use this technology shit. Hold on, I can take a picture of it and put it in camp. Give me a second. But yeah, is it a mansion? Yeah. Did I show my deed? Yeah. So what are you doc? Like, I don't understand. What did you doc? You set the video to private because you're running from it. So the fuck you want to do? Yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Art or no art, I don't really, bruh. There is no fuck up. What are you talking about? These are haters. Yeah, but so Naruto, no, he used apartment in the sense that I own a portion of the building. That's what he was saying. And I'm saying I own the entire building. Like, who the fuck is, what is it? Is digging trenches and swimming pools and something that they don't own. How if I own half of the building, then how am I able to have the land? It doesn't make any sense. So, you know, I show my deed, so show yours. Oh, he has one mansion. It's not the mansion he told me about. It's a different one. And you guys are upset. All you guys are at work. I'm inside of my mansion. So like cope hard. Be mad. Be mad that I got money and I have a voice. Be mad. Be mad that I'm on here and I got a voice and your favorite YouTuber is on my ball sack. You're mad about that. Your favorite YouTuber tries to dox me and the only thing that he proves is that I do own a mansion because the only thing I did was show my deed. And you got people in the chat that are still trying to dox me. And they're doxing me with incorrect information. If you're going to dox me, do it right. Do it right. Because all the doxers, all the people that attempt to dox me and put, you know, it's one thing to figure it out on your own, but when you broadcast it to the world, where I live and all this stuff, well, I'll just sue you. I'll just take that in court because you know, doxing is not a legal thing, so it doesn't really matter about that. But when you guys look at it, it's like motherfucker do own it. And John Gall, the same thing with you. We'll find out all your information and we'll take you to court. If you want to sit up there and dox and put out, you know, addresses and all that shit, we'll just take you to court for that. Not that, you know, not that it doesn't prove that I own it. Maybe once we go to court and once you figure out that I do own it and I take all of your livelihood, then you can apologize just like the other guy. I mean, yeah, big woke. I mean, the thing is, they're like, oh, wait, you know, he's only showing one of his mansions and not even realizing that it is still a fucking mansion. Like, what the fuck? That's the hypocrisy of this shit. People are like, oh, man, you know, my issue is not that he showed the building, which I can give a fuck about. My issue is that you called it an apartment when it's not. It's nowhere near an apartment. That's my issue. Dono Pack, what up? I still got way more money than you, him, and everybody else combined together. So what the fuck am I packing up? What am I packing up? I'm confused. You got me fucked up with somebody else that don't have money. I don't have no fucking job. What am I packing up? I do this shit because I want to do it. I talk on YouTube just because I fucking want to. I don't got to pack shit up. These content creators depend on this for a revenue stream. I don't. Your favorite YouTubers just tried to dox me, and the only thing he proved was that I own a building. So what's your point? What's your point? No. Hold on. Let's bring this on the screen. Let's bring this on the screen. I'm going to bring this on the screen. Mr. Mag said he was teasing when he said it was an apartment. No, he wasn't teasing, because when he showed the side of my building, he said that was an apartment, and that was a lie. This is a whole entire, this is literally a whole entire structure that I own, and I showed my deed. So why would you go ahead and call it an apartment? I don't own a part of this. I own the whole fucking building. I own the land, and I showed you guys when I literally built the swimming pool. So what are you guys talking about? Yeah, so that's my issue with Andrew Wilson. It's not the fact that you quote unquote attempted to dox me. I can give a fuck about that. Because if anybody hop over the walls, you already understand the gun laws around here. It is what it is. Because you don't have any, nobody has any reason to even be over here. So I don't really care about that. I care more that you didn't correctly address what it was. This is not an apartment. I own the entire building. My artwork is on the side of the entire building. What are you talking about? So I just showed my deed for the entire structure. Now show your deed. Oh, Millionaire Bachelor has a mansion here instead of a mansion there. No, I have a mansion there as well. Still enjoying my life, still having a fucking cozy Tuesday. No work, no nothing. And what's your point? Show this and show that. I've already showed my deeds. Now show yours. Because at the end of the day, no, they didn't find shit. They believed they found something, but they didn't find shit. They attempted to dox me. Basically, one of my mansions, they attempted to dox. But the only issue I have about it is call it what it is. Don't call it an apartment. Call it what it is. And I showed my deed. So there's nothing else I can really prove outside of that. It's the only way that you can show you own shit and have ownership, to show a deed. No, that's not the issue at all, because I own several properties in Manhattan and I've showed several of my deeds. So that's not the issue at all. I have a mansion in Manhattan as well. But the reality is, I'm not going to sit there and dox myself. So I'm not going to tell you where the fuck I'm at. Duh. That's fucking common sense. Why the fuck would I tell you where I'm at? So you guys could just do what you just did now, dox me. But it is what it is. Beautiful one today. He lost the argument. So the guy went ahead and tried to dox me. But like I said, the only thing that the guy proved is that I do own real estate. I do own a mansion. So what's your point? Only issue I have is that you're saying that that it was an apartment when it's not. Hold on, let me see. You made a very specific claim that a house is in Manhattan. I do have a house in Manhattan. So what's your point? Again, I'll say it for you morons again. Why would I tell you where I'm at? That doesn't make any sense. That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Now, he went ahead and doxed me. That's something a pussy would do. A pussy would dox, but it is what it is. I'm still not running from shit. I'm still sitting 10 toes down. And if anything, you proved that I actually do have real estate. So thank you for that. What's your point? Grid One Motors. I've already posted a deed to my mansion in Manhattan and my studio space that I own separately. So like, what is the point? Like you guys are 2D chess thinkers. If I got a mansion in Philly, if I got a mansion in New York, if I got a mansion in DC, why the fuck would I tell you where I'm at any given point? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. If I'm in DC, I'm going to tell you I'm in Philly. If I'm in Philly, I'm going to tell you I'm in New York. As you can see, what the fuck they just did? They doxed me. So my thinking and my logic was correct. But like I said, the only thing that you did by doxing me was actually proving that I own real estate. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. What am I supposed to be upset that I actually own a property? No, I don't. The only thing that I'm kind of not really upset, but the only thing that is bothering me is the fact that you called it an apartment. That's what's bothering me, because this whole entire structure is no fucking apartment. I own every part of it, every brick, every parcel, every morsel, everything involved in this building I own. That's my issue with Andrew Wilson. Don't call my shit an apartment. Fucking liar. It's not an apartment. And it'll never be an apartment. I posted my deed. I showed you guys when I first started building the swimming pool. Yeah, like, these people are fucking stupid. If I'm a multimillionaire, then why the fuck would I want to tell you where I'm at? That doesn't make any sense. I'm at one of my mansions. That's the only thing that you need to fucking know. What was proved today? Millionaire Bachelor does actually own a mansion. So what's your point? Come on, hit me with something credible that should make me upset. What? Nothing? Oh, okay, got it. Makes sense. Like, and these people don't even understand it. It's like you just made me more of a credible individual. You didn't make me less of a credible individual. That's like saying, hey, yo, his mansion is here. It's not there. Oh, he owns a mansion. Oh, yeah, he owns a mansion. If anything, you just literally gave me clout. You literally just gave me relevance. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Listen, and I went ahead and literally just, hold on. You gotta forgive me. I really don't know how to use the camera all that well. But I literally just pulled out the paperwork from just this one property. I got paperwork for days, and I just pulled it out for this one property. Let me see. Come on, man. I showed my deed, so okay. So I own a mansion. Your point? It says from guarantor to guarantee. These two names that are blocked out, from who it came from to who it is now. Your point? So Shadow Fox, you don't know what you're talking about. When you don't know what you're talking about, I purchased all the properties to the left of me. You don't know what you're talking about. And I combined them all into one place. So you're just talking and you don't know what you're talking about. It's like 3 houses compared to one. I mean, put into one. Thank you very much. Again, don't say it's an apartment when it's actually a mansion. That's all I'm asking. No, Shadow Fox, you're not looking at it. You believe you're looking at it. You believe you're looking at it, but you're not looking at it. And again, the garden alone is over 5,000 square feet. So I'm not even including the garden in the square footage. Because if you include the garden in the square footage, it's damn near about 11,000 square feet. So what are we talking about? You proved what? You proved that Millionaire Bachelor really owns real estate? Really owns $1 million real estate? That's what you proved? That was your big hooray? Okay, hooray. I own a mansion in Philadelphia. What's your point? And one of the wealthiest areas in Philadelphia, Society Hill. What's your point? I've already said that. Give me another point that makes any more relevant. So Millionaire Bachelor has a mansion inside of Society Hill, the richest area in Philadelphia. You gotta give me something that is shocking. Something that's, oh, this guy really doesn't own the property. Something. Because if there's anybody that's willing to come on camera and say, hey man, you don't own this property, your ass is sued. Because I'm gonna take you to court and I'm gonna say this is defamation. Clearly I own the property. I'm gonna tell the judge, hey look, this guy online said that I don't own this property. Do I own the property, judge? You absolutely do. So other than that, everybody is just chatting and talking. And yeah, they did. They actually did attempt to dox me. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. You hop over the wall, I got some shit for your ass. And it is what it is. I'm a fucking star. I'm a celebrity. Largest house in this fucking area. Literally by anybody's metric. So thank you for proving that I do own what I say I own. Just next time, Andrew, don't lie and say it's an apartment. I don't like that. You know, I don't really care about, well, not necessarily care about the doxing, but just don't lie about it and say it's an apartment. Call it what it really is. Some shit that Millionaire Bachelor owns. As if I'm supposed to be upset about that. Why? Doesn't make any sense. I still own more than majority of individuals. I still am sitting inside of $1 million courtyard. I mean, he had to attempt to do that because I was flooring his ass with the commentary. So he had to, you know, go to that to seem like, oh, this guy it's not real. Well, wait, he might own the house, but still, it's not in this place. Why the fuck would I tell you where I'm at any given time? That doesn't make any sense. That's like danger. But you guys don't think on that level. You think on, you know, the immature level of Andrew Wilson. Only thing you did was solidify my star power. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Oh, Millionaire Bachelor really does own a mansion. Okay, thanks. What's next? What's you got to tell me something that's really going to hurt my feelings. Like, if you lied and said I didn't own it, well then we're going to court, and I'll make an example out of you, a real example for lying. Anybody got any other questions? I'm letting the haters talk right now. Who has any other questions? The haters, y'all can talk. Go ahead. Jose Garcia says Section 8 Bachelor. What's Section 8 about a mansion? I'm confused. That doesn't make any sense. And even the people that even found out where the property was located, there's no Section 8 around here. So what are you talking about? Let me know. What are you talking about? Yeah, Section 8 with private heated swimming pools. Yeah, that makes sense. Go worship Andrew Wilson. Loser. The individual that owns absolutely nothing. He owns nothing. What does he own? Other than the right to do nothing. Other than the right to do nothing. You try to dox me and you're mad that my mansion is in Society Hill in one of the most expensive areas in Philadelphia. And that's supposed to be a shot at me? How? It's a multi-million-dollar mansion. How is that a shot? If anything, you literally just solidified me. Literally. And Andrew Wilson, you're welcome. You can come to the mansion anytime. And when you find out that you're wrong about something about some apartment bullshit, I want you to get on your knees and I want you to say, I apologize and I was wrong. Everybody, all of his fans believe that this is supposed to rattle me. How is it supposed to rattle me? You literally just proved that I do own a mansion. Like literally. Why would I be rattled from that? Because I never tell you guys where I'm at any given time. Why would I? I'm in the largest cities on the East Coast. I would be a damn fool to tell you guys where I'm at any given time. That's stupid. That's stupid. But the fact still remains, I own the shit. The fact still remains, I own shit in New York. I already posted those deeds too. And that was to a warehouse that I bought. The person Moxie or whatever her name is that's supposed to be this realtor, go check the deed out and tell me it's fake. You can't. You can't. You guys think I'm upset. I'm having a time of my life. I'm sitting in front of a fire, beautiful wind, feels amazing, having a brew, a cigar. I'm chilling. This is the life that he should be living. But he can't live. You can't live like this. So you're upset. So you're upset because I whooped your ass in the conversation, and then you go and you try to dox me. But when you dox me, you figure out it's an actual parcel of land. I show my deed because you said it was an apartment. So I showed my deed showing that it was an actual building that I purchased when I purchased it. But you're nowhere to be found. And the video was set to private. Dude, it's laughable. I'm not even upset you showed the people. I'm actually kind of happy because you honestly just increased my star power. The whole point was to get you to respond anyway. You literally just made me infamous on the internet. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's the headline going to read? Oh, Millionaire Bachelor's mansion is actually somewhere else. No, I got a mansion there too. I just never tell you guys where I'm at. And I shouldn't. That's the most sensible thing to do. Why the fuck would I tell you if I'm live streaming outside? Why would I tell you where I'm at in major cities? That doesn't make any sense. Headline reads, oh, Millionaire Bachelor owns a different mansion. Okay. Congratulations. Oh, Millionaire Bachelor's mansion is in Society Hill, the wealthiest area in Philadelphia. Congratulations. You played yourself. Congratulations. You played yourself. You gave me clout, and actually now you gave me relevance. Because people know now, oh, he actually does own a mansion. Thank you for that. Cheers to Andrew Wilson. Fucking moron. Oh my goodness. What a fucking idiot. And he's on his stream rejoicing like, oh man, we got him. We caught him. We caught him with a different mansion. Yo, this is fucking hilarious. We caught him red-handed. His mansion is actually in a different area that's extremely hard to purchase in, and most people don't. That ties back to the foundation of the whole entire country. Oh my God, you caught me. Oh man, this is hilarious. I don't think I've ever had this much fun online before. Millionaire Bachelor. See, I knew I was going to set out and I was going to do some great things, but I didn't know I was going to be such a major factor for these individuals that they would go out of their ways to try to dox me, and it winds up blowing up in their face. And that was his second debate loss. This guy got so upset. This guy got so upset that he says, wait, his mansion is here. But yes, Andrew Wilson, my mansion is here. My mansion is there. My mansion is in DC. It is in New York. It is in Philly. You're absolutely right. I'm in all of these places with shit that I own. Where are you at? Where are your places at with shit you own? We want to know. Oh, he got offline because he thinks he has a victory. But that's what any idiot does. Idiots, they believe that they have victories, but they don't sit back and think about it. You've literally said, hey, man, this guy is fake because his mansion is here. But you don't realize that you just validated that I do own a mansion. It's like these people are playing like 2D chess, man. And then he says, well, the furnishings that you have are not really that expensive. Yeah, well, the pool was $500,000. So what's your point? What's your point? You have no point. All right, come on, guys. Give me some heat. What you guys got to say? What other heat you guys got for me? Yeah, I mean, his fan base worships a cuck. His fan base literally worships a cuck, okay? He's a dude whose wife has 3 different baby daddies. He gets mad that I say that, and then he tries to dox me and says, oh, well, wait, you have an apartment, which was a lie. He lied about that. but I'm in one of the most wealthiest areas in Philadelphia, period. And I own a mansion in New York, and I own a mansion in DC. It just so happens that when I'm broadcasting at these various locations, I'm not telling you guys where I'm at, which makes sense. And I was right all along, because guess what? He tried to dox me. Well, actually, didn't even try. He really did dox me. Only to find, oh, wait, he does own $1 million real estate. Congratulations. You played yourself. Where are all the comments at, man? Hold on, let me take my glove off. Let me see. You dox yourself. Blocking. Hold on. Yep. But anyway, like I was saying, yeah. All right, said no one can see you more heat because you hid them all, dumbass. Love to give you. I'm not even controlling the chat. How did I hide shit? And I'm not even controlling the chat. I have no control over the chat. You guys don't see me pressing buttons right now. I'm talking really directly into the camera. So who hid what? What are you talking about? I have no clue what you're talking about. I don't control the chat. My team controls the chat. Hold on, let me read something. Oh, well, I don't, dude, if I'm in the middle of a live stream, how am I going to tell my mods what to do? I'm talking to you guys. My mods are doing that. I mean, I can tell my mods to, not selectively, ban, but if you guys are doxing me, then they have to ban that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They can't sit there and allow you guys to dox me. I mean, that's not. And there's various different people that are literally posting or attempting to post the, address and shit like that. So that's not cool. But, regardless, it doesn't matter to me. Hold on. I'll message the mods right now. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm messaging the mods so I can get some heat. All right, I just told my mod to let to not be so aggressive on the banning. I just told them that if anybody tries to dox me or anything like that, ban it. So go ahead. They won't block you. I just told them not to. Me personally, I'm just trying to understand. Slim Bachelor is saying, if you guys want to hate, then why don't you fucking put some I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the chat with the mods. I have no clue. All I'm saying is, if you guys want to hate, you can hate. Just don't try, don't dox. That's not, that's not cool. You can't do that. No doxing. But again, My thing is, where is the 100, like the supposed exposing? You expose that I own a mansion in a different city. Okay, I own a mansion in that city as well. I own a mansion in another city as well. So what's your point? If I'm live streaming, it's not intelligent for me to tell you at any given time where I'm at. That's stupid. That's called dumb. It's called common sense. Like, I don't understand what you guys don't understand about that. And like I said, if anything, Andrew Wilson's moves just really just put me on the map, because anybody with any semblance of intelligence is going to say, oh, wait, he does have a mansion. It does exist. So what the fuck? And I already posted my deeds in New York City. So let's go. Let's go. All right, so it looks like the hate died down because nobody is saying anything. Okay. But yeah, you guys follow behind a cuck. I'm not a cuck. This is all real. It's not staged. It's not a prop. It's reality. Me too. I'm trying to understand you, but I think the GIMP mask is overheating your mental faculties like you showed your deed, bro. No. So with the deed, I blocked out and I redacted everything that would lead to me. So I'm not worried about showing that. I don't really give a fuck. Because listen, my deed had less information visible than them doxing me. They literally doxed me. His team, I told you guys, they're a part of the Moist Mafia. They tried to dox me. No one asked who you are. You gave up that information and it was a lie at that. What don't you get? You're clearly a liar. Lying about what? Lying about what? You're on my dick. Lying about what? Did I actually own a mansion? What the fuck are you talking about? I already posted the deed to my shit in New York. Did I actually do own a mansion in New York? And when I live stream, I'm not telling you guys where I'm at. That's what you're mad about? I don't give a fuck. You don't pay me. You don't pay any of the mansion fees that I have. So I can give a fuck about whether you know where I'm at any given time. Why would I tell you where I'm at any given time? I think the underlying concern that you need to have, if you want to call me a liar, does he or does he not own what he says he owns? And I just showed you I did. So no, motherfucker. Naruto. No, I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't. Naruto. He posted a few immunities a while back. It was clear as day. No one asked you. Well, no one asked you to be here. Austin Graham. You come at me and say, hey man, you're not real. You just called me a liar. And I said, I'm not. Hold on. Naruto says it's female energy. Well, if that's the case, then you can leave. I'm not forcing you to be here. You don't have to watch me. We don't give a fuck about your shit you have. Then get the fuck off my dick and get the fuck off my page. Okay? Your supreme leader played himself. Tried to literally call me out, but it wind up backfiring. Yes, I have a mansion in one of the most wealthy areas in Philadelphia known as Society Hill that dates back to the fucking foundation of the country. And it's still multi-millions of dollars. What are you talking about? And I post my deed when I'm in New York. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you have? Post your deed. We want to see what you have. We want to see how much money you have. Austin Graham, what do you have? What do you have? Matter of fact, I want you to go to Zillow. I want you to go to Zillow and I want you to purchase a property that's over 6,000 square feet in Society Hill. Let's see if you can do that. If you cannot do that, shut the fuck up. Who's mad? I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm outside in my garden chilling. The breeze is amazing. Where are you at? A truck? Why would I be mad? Austin Grams. And what? We don't give a shit what you're talking about. Then why are you here? If you don't want to listen to Millionaire Bachelor, then why are you here? Watching women have an emotional train wreck is entering to us. Naruto. Okay. I mean, I don't know what that means, but It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I'm still enjoying my day. It's beautiful outside. I'm still outside of my mansion. What's your point? You can follow a cult. Relax. Yeah, Austin, follow the cup. Here, I'll cover your EBT for the month. You showed your deed in your mansion in Manhattan on stream. Turn off subscribers mode only, Spurg. Yes, that's because I own a mansion also in New York City, so I showed the deed for New York City as well. And on another note, you clearly don't understand what Society Hill is. EBT for what? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I need EBT if I'm sitting inside of a mansion? That doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, Coble. Why would I need EBT if I'm sitting inside of a mansion that your leader, Andrew Wilson, just pointed out that it's mine? And I just showed you my deed to the property that I own. So why would I need EBT? I'm confused. You can only qualify, to my knowledge, you can only qualify for EBT if you don't own shit. So where would that even come into play? I'm shooting on a $4,000 camera, a Sony A7. Look it up. You can't buy that with EBT. Austin Graham says, my mansion, my pool. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is my mansion and my pool. So what's your point? Your leader and your boss tried to literally dox me, and it wound up backfiring on them because only thing you proved is that motherfucker I own some hot shit. And in some cases, the real estate costs way more in Society Hill than it does anywhere else. Graham said sensitive. Dude, I'm not upset at all. I'm chilling. Like, if I get passionate or something like that, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm upset. I'm literally chilling, having a cigar, and having a brew right now. This is fucking awesome. Your leader just made me a fucking, just solidified my star power. So why am I upset? If anything, I would be happy. I'm glad he brought that out, because now that clip is going to get played 1 million times. And then when people come to my channel and they see, okay, well, that makes sense. That makes logical sense. Why would you be at one mansion and tell people where you're broadcasting from? I would think that that's a very dangerous endeavor. That would just be common sense. But he tries to dox it as if like, oh man, this is an apartment, blah, blah, blah. And you lied about it. You lied about this being an apartment, and it wasn't. Is that your mods are blocking the negative comments in the chat? Can't handle the critique. What a dude. I am not controlling what my mods are doing. I don't know what the mods are doing. The mods are here to protect Millionaire Bachelor. And I just sent them a message to tone it down on the blocking. So what the fuck? I can't do anything more than that. What's the unhealthy obsession with Andrew Wilson so weak to insult his wife and kids? There's no obsession. Mods handling you right now. What does that mean? Mr. Enigmatic, what does that mean? Mods handling you right now. I don't know what that means. And like I said, if anything, the only thing that Andrew Wilson did, he's just going to bolster support for me, because people are going to say, oh, he has a mansion in Society Hill. The whole city of Philadelphia is, just from that move alone, is literally going to rally behind me. Literally. And I didn't want to say anything because the support is going to be so goddamn crazy. But yeah, I got a place in Manhattan, and I don't have a problem with live streaming there anyway. I mean, you guys already did what you did, so cat's out the bag. Yeah, I'll be going to Manhattan next to record from there. All right. How do you not control the people who work for you? Tell them to get in line. I'm not telling them to do anything. I already told them to chill out on the blocking, not to do so much blocking, but I'm not. They're grown men. I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to talk to them any type of way. They're grown men. Are you slow? They're your handlers. No. They're not my handlers. They're a part of the Bachelor community. What are you talking about? They're literally individuals that are part of the Bachelor community. Austin Graham says Philadelphia is trash. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't only live in Philadelphia. I live in other places as well. I live in 3 different cities. So what's your point? And the area that I do live in, Philadelphia, you probably can't afford to even live there. Society Hill, like you would never walk down those streets because you have no reason to be there. And the price per square footage there is even way more than majority of places around the country. Mr. Enigmatic, you talk about this shit again, bro. I'm just gonna kick you off. Like, talk about some other shit. The mods are doing what the mods are supposed to do. If somebody tries to dox me, they're gonna fucking block them. It is what it is. Mr. Enigmatic says, you live next to the freeway, dude. Relax. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You believe that you know what you're talking about, so why don't you go ahead and buy something that's next to the freeway? Why don't you go ahead and buy something that's next to the freeway in Society Hill? Why don't you do that? Because you don't have any fucking money. You sit up here and you bump your gums and you talk, but you don't have any fucking money. And your leader made a fucking dire mistake. He made a mistake because now he made me real. Now he turned it into realness. He turned it into realness. You lied about Manhattan. Again, I'm going to say it again. If I'm live streaming in one place, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm at. That just makes sense. I just took a house. Mr. Enigmatic, you did not take a tour of my house. You didn't, because I purchased all the buildings to the left of me. So what the fuck are you talking about? Which is not even public record. See, again, you bump your gums and you talk. And each one of those places were, when I first bought it, was about, about $795 or something like that. When I first bought it, you put 2 of those together and it's about 2.1 million. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're on my dick. And you've been on my dick. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I bought it up. You're on my dick. And you're literally on my dick, but at the same time, you're getting your facts wrong. See, I don't have a problem with you saying things about Millionaire Bachelor. Just make sure it's truthful. You're saying that you took a house tour of my house, but the reality is it's not online because I purchased all the buildings to the left of me. And that's not even public record. So let's keep it at what it's at, bro. You're not on my level. All right. Let me see. Fuck out of here. All right, who's next? All right, you already spoke enough, Mr. Enigmatic. You clearly don't understand. You don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, so fuck off. All right, next. Okay. You made a mistake by telling. No, it wasn't a mistake at all. I do have a mansion in Manhattan, and I'll live stream from there too. But again, when I'm in certain places, I'm not telling you guys where I'm at. It's just common fucking sense. But I already showed the deed to my place in New York, so it's what the fuck? What's your point? Somebody said famous today, forgotten tomorrow. Not really. I'm still gonna be wealthy. What the fuck? You guys, see, here's the thing. You guys actually think that I need to do the internet to like have some type of income. I don't get paid from the internet. I just come on and talk my shit. Period. So the internet affords me no money. You guys think, oh man, Millionaire Bachelor is upset about what? About actually owning property? About actually owning a mansion that you guys found out that I do? And what's your point? Nine Zebra says, and move next to your Section 8 ass. Dude, you couldn't own a property in Society Hill if your fucking life depended on it. You're broke, you're poor, you're in poverty, and you're worried about Millionaire Bachelor. That's the reality. You cannot purchase damn near, how many square footage is it now? At least like 15 since I combined everything together. You can't do that. You can't make these moves. You gotta go, you gotta do whatever you gotta do. Christian says, wealth doesn't bring fame. Yeah, it does, motherfucker. How about you try it? Clearly, it got the attention of a loser named Andrew Wilson. Don't listen to the haters. Also, which one of the townhouse garages do you park your 2016 Mitsubishi Lancer? I don't have a fucking Lancer, dude. And I have how many parking spots? I have 10 parking spots in the back of the house, and I have 3 parking spots in the front of the house. That holds 11 cars. I mean, you guys know where it is, so you probably can see it from a satellite anyway, right? Thank you. Thank you. 90 Zebra says, you park on dirt. Again, you don't know what you're talking about. You have parking in the rear. I have close to like 10 parking spots in the back of the house. And in the front of the house, I have 3 parking spots. But again, this is just one of my mansions. This is just one fucking place. This is not all of my mansions. It's just one place. This one place has over 10 parking spots in the back of the house in Society Hill, which is like rare. You never see no shit like that. Not only that, I got 3 garages in the front. So yeah, what are we talking about? What kind of mansion do you have with no garage, broke bitch? I'm going to repeat it again for you, 90 Zebra. I have 10 parking spots in the back of the house and 3 garages in the front of the house. What are you talking about? Hey, Million, I just tuned in. Long time call, first time listener. I have questions. Can you name 3 authors that you've read in the books they wrote? I want to get started. One of my favorites is 1984 by George Orwell. Then you got American Tragedy by Theodore Dreiser. And then you got Life of Pi. I forget who wrote that. Life of Pi is a little Moist Mafia. I like A Tale of Two Cities as well. I forget who writes that. What else? The Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde. Amazing book. What else? I'm not going to give you like the To Kill a Mockingbird was more of a like high school thing, but I did enjoy that book. You know, What Got You Here, if you want to, study things from an executive level, What Got You Here won't get you there. I forget the author. I've read so many goddamn books. Yeah, those are amazing books. So for me, I reread them, but I don't think you read American Tragedy in high school. I don't think that was one of the reading books that they'll recommend. American Tragedy is a little bit more dense. Oh, also about Ralph Ellison, Invisible Man. That was a really good book. Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man was was a really slept on book. You guys should definitely take a look at that. Ralph Ellison, Invisible Man. Okay, so what's next? What kind of mansion do you have with no garage? I already explained that. I got 11 parking spots, pussy, and only this mansion alone. Thank you. Your supreme leader again made a mistake. Mods, let Christian speak. Go ahead, speak, Christian. Go ahead. Say what you want to say right now. Come on. I just told the mods not to mute you, so go ahead. But if you do any doxing shit, I gotta take you off because I can't just let you dox me. Charles Manson, Montgomery Planet. Okay, I don't know what that means. Doomer Doc says, can we get a full mansion tour? Yeah, sometime, but not right now because this is, like I said, this is a whole camera setup, so it's kind of difficult to like walk around. I'm gonna lose Wi-Fi, but I'll probably set it up sometime, you know, especially after, you know, this. And I would like to have a mansion tour with Andrew Wilson. I think that would be really, really cool to do that. But again, it's like when you're dealing with a Sony A7, you're connected to a computer. So I got to, like, you know, walk it up. Hey, look, block Christian. Just block him because, you know, Christian is not really talking. Oh, cool. What camera setup do you have? I have a Sony A7. It goes into my Mac, and I just live stream from StreamYard. So that's the only thing I have is the Sony A7. And my mic is, I forget where the mic is from, but I'm not really that good with technology. That's why, you know, it's like I show people my life here and there, but I'm just really not good with technology. This is the first time I've, you know, even had an Instagram or anything. All right, next. Because I'm letting you guys get it all off your chest because supposedly there was this big exposure of Millionaire Bachelor, supposedly. So I'm letting you guys get it all off of your chest. Have I smoked Cubans? Yeah, I like Cubans, but the thing about it is Opus X to me is a better brand than the Cubans. Well, obviously the Cubans, you know, it's just, you get Romeo Juliet, you can get all types of Cubans, but I think Opus X line by Arturo Fuente is just a premium cigar line. Doomers Day said, what's your relationship with your parents? It's pretty chill. It's pretty chill. Slim Bachelor. I haven't seen Opus X Cubans, but I wouldn't be. Oh, Opus X for sure. Opus X is way better than Cubans. Like if I had to do a cigar for the rest of my life, it would be an Opus X Pussycat, which is extremely rare to get. But Millionaire Bachelor gets it. Do you wear gloves so that you don't leave fingerprints on the owner's fire pit and table? Yeah, I'm sure. That makes sense. That makes absolute sense. That makes sense. When I post my deed and people say, like, I mean, at this point, it's just like you guys are just trolling yourselves. You know, your supreme leader tries to dox me. So I literally go inside of my office and I pull out, what is it? And I pull out the deed. I show my deed, and that's still not enough for you guys. Obviously, I redacted all of the personal information, but it's like, how the fuck is this dude creating this fast? I showed you guys the creation of the swimming pool when they actually were first building it 84 weeks ago. Who the fuck just builds random swimming pools? You guys are clowns. You guys are clowns, and you're upset that, you know, the exposure that you think that was going to happen from this, it's having an adverse effect because everybody that's following me is saying, damn, I knew it was real. I knew you owned a mansion. I knew you did this. I knew that was real. That's what everybody is saying behind the scenes, but you guys don't understand that because you're stupid. Key Nee says, hold on, wait, hold on. We got to put this up. We got to put this up. Society Hill is an exclusive area in Philadelphia. Completely. Broke people don't come here. When all that violence and bullshit is going on in the city, we don't see that. It's only wealthy people that live in this area. It's literally only wealthy people that live in this area. And the property is super expensive. Are you mad because Andrew has a black wife and you don't know? Well, I can give a fuck what he has. At the end of the day, you want peace, not clout. Better to be as rich as these people, but clout gets you fucked up in the end. Well, the reality is, I'm just broadcasting my normal life. That's all I've ever done was broadcast my normal life. And when I first got on, it was attack after attack. Like the first interview that I did where I gave Andrew Wilson his first L, and I believe Andrew Wilson got his second L too, because he didn't even have me on the broadcast to even respond and say, no, that's my property that I own. He didn't have me on the stream to respond and give my receipts. If he would have had me on the stream to give my receipts, I would have just went inside of my desk and I would have just pulled out my deed and said, okay, fine, that building is owned by me. But he had to do it behind my back, and that's what I don't respect. And it's okay that you did it behind my back, but you made yourself look like a fool because I actually own the property. That's all. Okay. Let me see. All right, let's see what's next. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm still here. Hold on. Just chilling. Hold on. I got a message from somebody. Give me a second. I got to answer this. Okay, my bad. I'm back. All right, let's see what we got. Respect, bro. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, because these people are legitimately stupid, right? They're like, okay, man, you should always let us know where you're at any given time. Like, why the fuck would I do that? That's the dumbest thing ever. Like, of course, if I'm in this place, I'm going to tell you I'm in that place. And if I'm in that place, I'm going to tell you I'm in this place. It's common fucking sense. And honestly, to tell you the truth, it proved me right because they literally attempted to dox me. Yo, get those motherfucking likes up. Only thing your leader did was made me a fucking superstar. Thank you. I appreciate it. The attempts that you did to make me seem less valid only made me more valid. Because people in Society Hill, they know what the fuck it is. Everybody in the city knows what it is. And I'm going to go to Manhattan and live stream from my mansion over there. Because let's make some fun of this shit. Let's make some fun of this shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I'm going to show you guys something. Give me 1 second. because Millionaire Bachelor is not real. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you how real shit gets. Hold up. Oh, no, not that one. Give me a second. I'm about to pull it up. I'm going to show you my shit. I'm going to show you mine. Hold on. Give me a second. It's loading up. Hold on. I'm almost there. All right. Hold on. I'm about to present. Because Millionaire Bachelor is supposedly not real and all this shit. All right. Hold on. Wait 1 second. My screensaver. The one that's on the back of my YouTube. Where am I at right here? Why don't you see that painting here? Because that's the painting that I painted. I had painted of myself, because that's me. It's a picture of me being Batman at my mansion in New York City. In New York City. That's a painting of me on a fucking wall. That's a painting of me on the wall. Right there. Where do you think that's at? Where is that? Go find that somewhere. Why can't you find that anywhere? Because that is my mansion in New York. That's my face on the fucking wall. That's my face. And that's what I did at the 1,000-person party. So what are you guys exposing? Yes, I got a mansion here. Yes, I got a mansion there. Yes, I got a mansion in DC. So what are you exposing? If anything, you just made me more relevant. Let me take this off screen because it's killing my internet quality. Hold on. I had to take it off screen because it was killing my internet quality. But yeah, you can go back and watch that whole stream. I did that one from the courtyard of my mansion in Manhattan. So all of the talks of Millionaire Bachelor doesn't own this, Millionaire Bachelor doesn't own that. So how the fuck am I putting these murals of myself up? Jamar, I'll get you caught up. Somebody essentially attempted to dox me. They basically said, hey man, you know, your mansion is in, I'm explaining it to you, Jamar. So basically they're saying like, yo, your mansion is in Philadelphia, which is valid. I have a mansion in Philadelphia, I have a mansion in New York, and I have a mansion in DC. And when I'm live streaming from each location, I tell you guys a different location because I don't want people to know where I'm at. That makes common sense. Why would I tell somebody where I'm at live streaming outside so somebody can climb over the wall? That's why right now I'm live streaming from my place in Society Hill and I got a fucking gun by my fucking foot. Why do I have to have a gun by my foot? Because Andrew Wilson tried to dox me. Like, it's common sense. And I was 100% correct for not telling people where I'm at any given time, because what happened? The motherfucker literally attempted to dox me. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? But his attempt to make me look like a fraud or a sham, it blew up in his face, because the only thing that you realize is that my property is in one of the most expensive areas in Philadelphia, known as Society Hill. So what's your point? A property this size is going to run you at least $2 million. So what's your point? And when I did the live stream, when I painted myself on my wall in New York City, that was my mansion in New York City. How do I get to paint myself on my own wall? Why do you not see that painting anywhere here? Because it's a different fucking city. So I don't really pay any attention to these people. Let me see. Yeah, how the fuck do you put murals up? Either I'll paint it myself or I'll hire somebody to do it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, people were saying like, oh man, your mansion is here and your mansion is not there. And I showed my mansion there. I showed my mansion here. At the 1,000 party, stream party that I had with the OG Bachelors, I was in my Manhattan mansion with my face looking like Batman. Literally on the wall. I just showed you guys. Go back to that video. I'm inside of the courtyard of my Manhattan mansion. Who in New York is going to allow you to paint on the side of a building that's not yours, of your own face? Nobody. It doesn't work that way. All right. Yo, you dox yourself. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't dox anything. I didn't dox a fucking thing. Okay. That's doxing. Anybody that's doxing, you gotta block them. Stank K, we gotta block you because you're doxing, man. You can't do that shit, man. And on top of that, it's not. That's what you think, but it's not. But like I said, if you guys want to have comments, have comments. But any doxing, you gotta go. You cannot dox here. And the gutter is a PVC pipe. What are you talking about? All right. Yeah, like here's the thing, King of Kings. I'm not flexing on shit because at the end of the day, dude, it's like no amount of anything I do is going to be good enough for these people on the internet. And why would I do that? They literally went ahead and attempted to dox me today, which is like I said, it backfired on them because it just shows that my mansion is in an even more wealthy area. So it's like, why are you ignoring me? I can't see you, bro. It's like a million people that are chatting. What are you saying? You need to be humble, to be honest. Fuck you. I don't need to be humble about shit. Go buy a mansion and you be humble. Don't tell Millionaire Bachelor what to do. That's why I'm in a mansion and you're not. Because you want to be humble. I'm not being humble about shit. Nobody helped me get here and I'm here. So you be humble. It's pronounced. Yeah, I'm not even reading that. That sounds weird. But I'm not being humble about shit. For what? Why do I have to be humble? Tell me. All right. Alexander, you ain't nowhere. Well, okay, so then buy the shit that I have. Go buy it. Go buy in the area that I got in Manhattan. Go to the 1000 stream where I show my courtyard there. Go buy there. Go dox that and go find out where it is so you can see how much that's worth too. The fuck out of here, dude. Sid, how do we know you actually sleep with childless virgins? You haven't, bro. You out of here too, bro. Boom, you're done. And you're done. Because here's the thing. You got to tell the truth. You can say anything about Millionaire Bachelor, but you can't say that I don't own shit that I do own. Once you start to do that, kick you out. But yeah. Ugh, I'm having a good time. People think that, oh, Millionaire Bachelor, you need to be razzled for this. Why? The dude just fucking solidified my star fucking power. Thank you. Oh, that's hilarious. Where do you get the mask, bro? You can go on my you can go on my site and I got a neck gator. That's a Millionaire Bachelor mask. If you want to cop that, you can cop that. Love your suit. Is that Armani? No, actually, it's a custom tailor. I'm not a tailor, but it's a suit maker. One of the oldest suit makers in Philadelphia made this suit. I won't say the name because then you guys will dox me there too. But it was made in Italy. So like he has like a connection out in Italy, but it's the oldest suit maker. No, it's definitely not a Goodwill. I mean, even the type of fabric of this, it's like, yeah, no. What are your top 5 Opus X? I'll get into that later, but I'll get into that later. All right. Why does your head look like my clog? And okay, you're just trolling. Teach me how to get a Manhattan, man. All right. So basically, just trolls in here. So I guess trolls, you get to hang out with me. Well, since you guys are here hanging out with me, let me go grab another cigar. Give me a second. I'm about to grab another cigar since you guys are hanging out with me. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. My dogs are out here with me too. Haters gonna say that those are Photoshopped too. Get up. Get. Haters gonna say my expensive dogs are Photoshopped as well. Can you guys see me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Get. Okay. Yeah, my internet connection is kind of breaking up. You'll probably see my dogs in the frame in a second. Yeah, since you guys here with me having a cigar, let's do it. But yeah, like I said, the only thing he did was increase my star power. So I appreciate that. He took the L in the debate, and like the only thing he can do is say, oh, but Millionaire Bachelor, your mansion is here. Yes, it's called being intelligent. But where's his mansion at? Nowhere. Where's his multi-million-dollar lifestyle? We all want to know. We all are, patiently waiting for it. It doesn't exist. None of these guys exist. And then he says, oh, well, yes, I have financial incentives with the whatever podcast. Yeah, I know. We all know. We get it. All right, where's the hate at? We want to hear more hate. I use a regular lighter. I have a DuPont lighter inside, but it broke. My favorite lighter is it's by DuPont. It's a very sleek DuPont. That's one of my favorite. DuPonts it could be expensive. DuPonts can go up to like 50,000. All right, how much is for Drew Chahel paying you to be a part? I don't even know who these people are. I'm not a part of any anti Andrew campaign. It's just like, dude, number one, you say that I live in an apartment, that was false. I showed my deed. So of course I'm going to be upset with him over that. But then the guy, he was supposed to do a trip, never did that. So yeah. To the person that says tearing labels off of cigars is bad form. No, it's not, because they can take my material down if they don't if they don't agree with my message. You guys are fucking stupid and you guys don't understand. Get out of here. Get. She wants the dog wants to come on camera. Hold on. I'll let her on camera one time and then she has to go. Hold on. I'm gonna bring her on camera once. Come on. Come on. Not you. See, the boy is hyper aggressive. You come here. Okay, smart. Some smart dogs. Come here. Come here. They're pretty big. They're like 100 pounds. But these are fake too. Millionaire Bachelor doesn't own $10,000 dogs. He owns nothing. Millionaire Bachelor is fake. He has nothing. Yeah, I know. They're gonna dox the dogs now. Oh no. They're gonna know the dogs. The dogs are doxed. Well, say hi. All right, she's kind of big. We gotta get her out of here. All right, go ahead. Hold on, I gotta make sure I put her down right. I don't want her to hurt herself. All right, we demounted. But yeah, haters are gonna say, oh, he wants to come on camera too. Haters are gonna say this is all fake. None of this is real. Millionaire doesn't live a millionaire lifestyle. These aren't my dogs. All right, get out of here. All right, back to what I was saying. Yeah, man. They're going to dox the dogs now. Nobody can fake lifestyle for this long. It's real if you've been a long-time subscriber. Hold on. Let's put it on the screen. Nobody can fake a lifestyle for this long. I mean, dude. Again, the reality is the only thing that he did was prove that I actually do have money. Thank you. And if you look at my other streams, when I'm in other locations, those are my other mansions. I just don't tell people because what's the point? What's the point? I'm outside inside of my garden. Where's your garden at? People don't have it. I showed my deed. Why don't these people show their deed? I can't tell you where the dogs are from. Then you guys are going to track me down. Am I still drinking that Clico? Not today. I'm drinking something known as Delirium. It's a pretty pricey beer. I think I think Delirium is the best beer, just period. I think Delirium is the best beer, you know, period. Some dude says that I got to go to work tonight. Dude, I don't have a job. I hadn't had a job in over 5 years. You guys gotta go to work. I don't. That's my dog. He's just chilling. Very big dog. Heard you occasionally give real estate advice to Tristan Tate. Yeah, of course I can give real estate advice. I own real estate. That's how it goes. I'm actually kind of loving this. The chess piece in the background too. I know what that means. Yeah, it's like, who the fuck is like life-size chess pieces? And he's like, oh, well, the chess pieces don't cost that much. Well, you got to have space. You got to have somewhere to put it. What the fuck? There's literally about 10 to 15 private swimming pools in Society Hill, and I got one of them. And this is in a city of 1.8 million people. So it's like, come on, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm going to go live from my mansion in New York. I did it. I only teased it a little bit during the 1,000-person stream when I put that mural of myself up. But I have no issue with doing the live stream in the mansion in New York. That's not a fucking problem at all. And then after that, I'm going to live stream from my mansion in Washington, D.C. And we got to get, and guess what? Let's get the apologies ready. I want all the apologies to get ready. Not for my subscribers, because they know the real. All right, what's next? Oh, I ain't getting nothing yet. But yeah, like, I mean, I thought honestly, after I got off stream and when he did that comical display, he was like, oh, we found him. We found his building. We found his building. And somebody is like, I didn't know it at the time because I stopped watching the stream. But I look at it and I'm like, does this dummy know what he actually just did? He just made me valid. He just validated me. Because when people go to this video and they see, oh, damn, he's producing documents. Damn, he has been in this building for a long time. Damn, he actually did build a swimming pool. Then they start to say, you know what? He is real. He did really purchase something. So subconsciously, you validated me. But you did it in a way that was sneaky and underhanded. Again, that's why I didn't have any respect for you when you didn't do the interview. All right. My Yorkie would teach your dogs how to chase off squirrels. I don't really have squirrels inside of the courtyard. The squirrels don't really come in here because the walls are pretty tall. Where'd you learn how to paint? Those murals are amazing. Thank you so much. I actually started painting. Well, since you guys fucking already seen the place anyway, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll show you guys. I started painting during the pandemic. Yeah, I started painting during the pandemic. I didn't have anything else to do. I'm a real estate guy by trade, but you know, I was pretty much locked down, so I started painting, and I painted those 2 murals. That guy said he had a mansion in Philly, man, and it's Philly. Again, I'm going to repeat it for you again so you can understand. And here, I'm going to put you on the screen. You said, laugh out loud. This guy said he had a mansion in Manhattan and it's in Philly. Number 1, but I own a mansion. That's number 1. Number 1, what you just said is you validated that I do own a mansion. That's number 1. So let's start there. So number 1, we all can agree, Millionaire Bachelor does own a mansion. That's number 1. Show the deed. Number 2, I've already showed the courtyard of my mansion at the 1,000 party for the OG Bachelors where I painted my face on the side of the wall as Batman. And I showed the deed for that too. So guess what? Now we can validate that Millionaire Bachelor at least owns 2 mansions. At least, at the very least. So you tell me, my friend, what do I have to be upset about? Absolutely nothing. My dogs, my fucking $7,500 dogs are just running around the compound right now, living their best life. What do I have? Mansion at bare minimums. Hold on, let's put this on the screen because we about to tell them what it is. He said mansion at minimum 6,000 square feet. You are in a McMansion. Hold on 1 second. My courtyard alone is 5,000 square feet. Just my courtyard. Just this space with this pool is 5,000 square feet. Not even counting the building or the other property that I purchased to the left of it, or the property that I purchased to the left of that. Boy, you talking to the real one. You think you exposed something, but you actually just let people know that I really got what I say I got. Thank you. Fuck you talking about? All words, all conversation. And when you look up parcels, they don't include the garden. They don't include the garden inside of the square footage. Thank you. Got him out of here. Get out of here, bro. You don't know nothing about this real estate shit. The fuck? You think you're coming on here and exposing something. No, you're exposing it. I really got the money I say I got. And you're really exposing yourself for being an idiot. Hold on, we got another one. Back up, Bunny. Back up, Bunny. Hold on, put him on here right now. Put him on there right here. 5,000 square feet. Living space, not total. Number one, again, I bought the house next to me. I bought the house next to that. Each house was 3,000 square feet, so you do the math. 3 times 3 times 3 is 9. You said I only need 5,000. I got 9 of them. So what's next? I believe you're the same person that said that I got EBT or some weird shit like that. That's what you said. How the fuck am I on EBT when I'm buying fucking houses and putting them together to create a fucking mansion? What are you talking about, boy? If you were late to work, bruh, I don't have a job. And everybody that's looking at this live knows I don't have a job. Everybody that's been following me knows I don't have a job. Well, not times, just 3 times 3, motherfucker. You know what I meant. 3 times 3. I meant to say it's 3 houses with, 3,000 square feet. 3 plus 3 plus 3, motherfucker, not times. I misspoke, my bad. But 9,000 square feet of internal space. And people keep saying, oh man, well, this and that. No, dude, you all played yourself. Everybody that's coming into my chat, you played yourself. Everything that you see here is owned by me. I already posted when I built the swimming pool. That was 84 weeks ago. I literally just put that in the ground. Everybody says, hold on, I'm going to explain it to the dummies. Because the dummies, hold on, I'm going to put this on the screen. Said 3 houses, I thought it was a mansion. Okay, so let me explain. I bought 3 houses and I combined them together to create one fucking house. That's what you can do when you own the parcels of land. That's called common sense. But you wouldn't understand that because you probably don't understand how to develop properties. Yes, I already posted the fucking, here, look, motherfucker. You guys gonna make me keep showing you this shit. Hold on. I really don't take many pictures, but here, look, okay? Look, motherfucker. This is the hole that's in the fucking ground. It's from my Instagram page 84 weeks ago. Look, it says 84 weeks. The same ground. This is what you have to put when you're building a swimming pool. You need to have those. So when you put the concrete doesn't crack. It's 4,000 PSIs. Yes, motherfucker. I really do this for a living. Absolutely. Everything that I said I did, I actually fucking did it. So who did it? If Millionaire Bachelor is the person that's building this, how the fuck does a person who owns an apartment just dig into the ground next to the apartment? It don't work that way. You have to own the parcel of land. And yes, I bought 3 houses, combine them together. That's why you won't be able to find a public record on it, dumbass. See, you guys think that you understand, but you don't understand. I'm on a complex level. I'm on a higher level than majority of these people. And you want me to sit up there and broadcast everything. Well, you guys just found out today. Somebody says the apartment put in the pool. All right, man. All right. Well, you can look that up easy. You can look up whether it has a license for an apartment if you guys dox me, and they don't. He says, your Dollar General fire pit shows your high level. Dude, I just honestly went to Home Depot and just bought a fucking fire pit and put it out here for the graduation for the TSW bachelors. It's literally just that simple. You guys want to overly complicate shit. I don't have to. I just go do what I want to do. Like, you guys are the individuals that are like, oh, well, he has this or he doesn't have that. You guys here are literally talking about me inside of my beautiful garden. Thank you very much. I'm not talking about you because you probably don't own a beautiful garden. You don't have beautiful little puppies. Well, I don't feel like rotating the camera, but you probably don't have little beautiful, let me see if I can rotate it. You don't have little beautiful puppies that are just sitting down having a good time. You don't have that. I do. I do. Are you adopted? I mean, I don't look at it as bullying. I think it's actually fun. And again, I'm not telling anybody where I'm at any given time because of situations like this where people try to dox you. So that's why I don't say anything. But if you look at my videos, you actually do get to see my real estate. I just don't say anything about it. When I'm inside of the den with the murals inside of the house, that's inside of the den of my, my mansion in New York. But I don't say anything about it because I don't want to dox myself. And you guys literally proved my point today. So it's like, why am I, like, what the fuck? Haters gonna hate. Millionaire Bachelor still gonna win. Yeah, Millionaire Bachelor still gonna win. They gonna hate it. I'm still gonna do me. Yeah, you guys watch me. I don't watch you. I'm in my multi-million-dollar mansion. Fuck you guys. Like, the people that rock with me and understand what it is, I'm a secretive individual. And why don't you guys show me any deeds from you? Why don't you go paint your wall on the side of the inside of your building in Manhattan? Why don't you go do that? You can't because you don't own anything. And that's fine. But you guys are here. You guys are here enjoying this beautiful, night with me in my garden with my 2 puppies. Who's winning and who's losing? Who's winning and who's losing? All right, come on, man. Are you guys gonna say something crazy or no? Say no, you're just making stuff up. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. You guys follow behind an individual that is a cuck, and you're mad at me for no reason. Oh man, we got a zinger. He has a beautiful property located somewhere else. Oh man. And well, why don't you go buy that beautiful property somewhere else? Oh, you can't. Okay, I got it. That makes sense. Virtual Holocaust said, no, you literally said the place you were at was in Manhattan. I'm going to say it one more time for you. Yes. If I'm in an outside area exposed to the public, then it would not be in my best interest to tell you where I was at. That's called common sense. Clearly, you don't have common sense, and you actually have low IQ. I'm going to say it again. If I'm outside in my garden, even though it's 7-foot walls around it, if I'm live streaming outside, it's not intelligent to tell people where I'm at. And the reason why it's not intelligent is because there's not a lot of places with swimming pools in either one of those cities. So if you're going live from those cities, somebody can find you, just like they attempted to do with me. So clearly, I was on the right track. Virtual Holocaust said, yes, I have one that's also built in Manhattan as well. And like I said, I'll show that one. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter at this point. Virtual Holocaust. No, I did not. The reality is he lost the argument because he's a cuck. So what he did was he shifted the argument to something else. And he said, hey, man, he owns a mansion in Philadelphia. Okay. What's your point? Am I supposed to be upset that I own a mansion in Philadelphia? Why would I be upset? That's just stupid. Andrew Wilson is a nobody. All right, I'll probably live stream again tonight. I'm out of here. Thank you guys all for coming.